We're back out on the East Coast beach, and what a stunning morning. So this is part of Creative Week for us, and something I really enjoy doing with fellow photographers is setting them challenges. So this morning we're looking at these beautiful pastel colours. We're doing slow shutter speed work, handheld, 1 second, 2 seconds, half a second, that sort of thing. And you'd be really surprised what you could get. Challenges are important. If you set yourself challenges and projects, that will lead to really, really good results for yourself.
It's easy to probably dismiss a beach setting like this and just assume it's all going to be nice sunsets and that kind of thing. There's beautiful bird life here, amazing wildlife. We've been out doing really interesting shoots, sort of testing testing long exposures, fast-moving subjects. There's a lot of variety here, and we're only 2 days into it as well.
We're using some of our own members of the group as silhouettes. So we've done some slow shutter speed work earlier, and now we've gone through with better light to faster shutter speed, silhouettes, and members of the group as actual subjects. So it's very easy to do a silhouette nowadays. Literally, especially with the sun low, we can just point and shoot to get the results. So again, aperture priority, f8, something like that, 400 ISO, you're going to get a great result. The only thing you want to consider is the composition of the subject, how you compose, and then the angle you choose with the subject to the light that's available. They all come into play as important facets to a great result. For me, processing is always kept simple. In Lightroom, I really wouldn't do too much at all. I just add a bit of vibrance, a bit of contrast, a little bit of sharpening, and probably one thing I would consider is either going minus with shadows or minus with blacks, and that can really bring out a strong looking silhouette. We left the East Coast beach of Fraser Island and we've gone through beautiful forests.
It's probably one of the better tracks on the island. It's all four-wheel drive, of course. Can get a little bit soft and dry during the drier times of the year, such as we saw this morning.
And we've arrived at Central Station. Central Station's a very pretty place, really good for photographic interests. We're here to get unique, different photographs. Well, today is actually one of the tough days to take photos. Really high contrast. So generally in a rainforest, our key opportunity would be an overcast day, and that cuts out the highlight and shadow dimensions or diversity, so to speak. So we then have to work with what we've got.
Welcome to Central Station. This is the rainforest area of Fraser Island. Totally different to what we saw at Eurong. Here we've got rainforest, we've got beautiful freshwater creeks, we've got small birds, fantastic ferns, lovely little spot.
We've got a short walk that we're going to do, and because it's a tough day today with the contrasting light, we're going to really concentrate on macro and small things a little bit more, so backlit leaves, things like that. So we're walking through the forest, and I've asked everyone to look for backlit opportunities, and we found a palm that's really, really cool here. So it's got backlight on it, but it's also got some artistic lines in a little isolation. Really, really pretty photograph. Earlier we talked about using natural light, backlight in particular, in difficult lighting situations. Another thing we can do is actually use a torch. So I've used flash units, off-camera flash cords before, that sort of thing, but a simple torch nowadays can offer you really, really good results. I'm going to use aperture priority, 1600 ISO and f8 or 5.6, something like that. And I'm looking at not getting the torch in, obviously, and I've got a nice shutter speed there of 2/50th of a second. Our feathered friends in this type of environment are really difficult to capture. The light's really low, it's mottled light, so I would suggest that you increase your ISO. You might get a bit of noise or grain in your photograph, but that's okay. That can be an acceptable look to your photograph considering the conditions. So open your aperture up and then aim to get in the best position you can for the opportunity.
A quick traverse across the inland road brings us to Kingfisher Bay Resort, just in time for sunset.
Don't forget, at the end of the day, you can actually have a bit of fun with your photography. So I just set up a couple of cocktails, beautiful sunset in the background, shot them with my iPhone, would you believe? Everyone else is doing with a more serious camera, heaps of fun.